What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button, the like button, and then comment down below. Today is the day you already know is day number 20 of my segment in the month of madness. Every single day in the month of October, I will recommend a horror movie for you to watch. And today, we got something special like we always do. So today, the thing that I was going to have in the goodie bag is a little too big to put in the goodie bag. So what do we got today? Bam! Phantasm. This right here is the complete collection of the Phantasm on Blu-ray that came with a spear. Looks nice, right? So today in particular, I am focusing on Phantasm. Yeah, there you go. I am focusing on the first. There we go. I'm going to focus on the first Phantasm. So, this baby in particular has a very good restoration of the first Phantasm film. The transfer is clear. It looks really, really, really good. And if you guys are a fan of the franchise, I would recommend probably copping one of these babies if you get a chance. I bought this particular copy from Best Buy, and it comes with a very cool the spear from the series. If you're familiar with the series, then you know what the spear is all about. Phantasm. All right, so what is it about? Essentially, this story is about a young boy and his brother who are attending the funeral of a friend who's at the beginning of the movie is killed in a graveyard. So they go and they investigate. Well, the boy goes and investigates the graveyard and he sees this strange man who they just call the Tall Man, and who is played by a man by the name of Angus, who passed away not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. So, just to be clear, it goes through this phase where he's trying to convince his brother. His brother doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. And long story short, they're trying to solve this mystery of who the hell this guy is. What is he trying to do? And that's what I'm going to leave you with so far. In regards to this film, in all honesty, I think it's really cool. Some of the things I really like about the movie is, first of all, Angus as a Tall Man is dope. His booming voice, the way that he walks in the scenes, it's funny because it kind of reminds me of like the way he sways his hands and shit. It reminds me of like a cartoon episode where they like have Bigfoot walking in the background and he's just like kind of like walking. But it looks so cool, especially the scene where he's like where he's walking on the street and he just stops. And he looks at the little boy, and he takes a deep sniff, like, smells like bacon in this bitch. Nah, but anyway, so he looks at him, and like you have the smoke coming from the back of the ice cream truck because of the dry ice, and just the scene alone looks really, really cool. Another thing I really love about this movie is the freaking soundtrack or film score, whatever you want to call it. It's amazing. The title score for the film is iconic. And I really feel like this is one of the most underrated themes ever. Everybody knows Michael Myers' theme. Everybody knows the like certain things that are attributed with certain characters. You have the theme from Saw. Na, 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 na. So you have that. But this theme in the Phantasm, man, I don't know. I just love it. I love it so much. I really enjoyed the soundtrack to this film. You also have the what are those things called? Angus, or the Tall Man, has these little minions, these little hooded minions, and they remind me of the little hooded dudes that steal things from Star Wars. And it was so funny how I was watching this other YouTuber by the name of Brandon Tenold, and he said the exact same thing. So I thought it was hilarious that we were thinking the same thing. And he when he was talking about the movie, he added the little sound effects and that they do. These things, I swear, they're gonna remind you of Star Wars so much. But I mean, like I said, it's a cool little concept. So it's Angus and what else? The orbs. They're gonna spears. They're gonna fly and pierce your forehead and drill a hole in your head until it squirts blood out the back. I mean, when you're looking at the practical effects in the movie, it's nothing that's going to just jump out at you that's going to be like, whoa, like that was freaking amazing. It's good stuff, but it's not something that's like over the top and it's just like, damn, that looks like super realistic, What else do we have about this film? I mean, the two central focus characters for an 80s film, you don't get that vibe like, damn, this is some terrible ass acting, Like, there's scenes where you're just like, yeah, like, I mean, it could have been better, but it's not something where it's like, it takes you completely out of the film. The acting in this movie is actually pretty damn decent for a film. It doesn't feel cheesy. It doesn't feel like they're trying too hard. It doesn't feel like, oh, this might be their first roles that they ever had in their life. Like, they just pulled this man off the corner and was like, hey, you want to make $5? So that's pretty cool that the cast in the movie seems like they're able to push this along and keep it going. As far as the ending, the climax of the movie, I kind of thought, all right, the mine scene, when you get there, I feel like the mine scene was kind of weak. I feel like there could have been a better climax. But it did make itself up. It did make up for it when you get to the part of the movie where the final scene with Angus in the mirror. So that makes up for the lackluster final act, I guess. There's also this really cool scene, and the cinematography in this movie is really cool. There's a scene where it's coming from the orb's POV, and I guess the orb sees red. So, like, the screen goes kind of like red and black, and you're kind of like in the eye view of the orb, like zooming around. So I thought that was pretty cool. This movie, like I said, is just full of cool effects. It's a cool little story. It's fun to watch. And honestly, I couldn't pick a better day 20. What am I talking about? 10. A day 20 recommendation other than the Phantasm. So why don't you go ahead and visit your local morgue, run into the tall man, and wait until he says, boy. But anyway, so this is Davey from the 80s. You are now exiting the cinema chop shop, and this is my day 20 recommendation. Go ahead and find you a way to watch this movie. It's an amazing film. It's fun to watch. And until tomorrow, where I give you my day 21 recommendation for more madness, don't forget to subscribe on the way out. And until then, adios.